everyone, Jason Case here with another video, and today I want to talk about how to avoid wasting money on a custom app. So whether you're developing a mobile application or a custom cloud-based application that you can access on laptop and desktop computers, either or, it's a decent investment that you'll be putting forth to get this created. So in today's video, I want to give you some guidelines that you can follow to help you avoid wasting money and getting something created that, one, doesn't work, or two, might not even be what you had envisioned from the start. So I think the most important part here is starting with the design. So I think a lot of people skip this because this costs a lot of money, especially for bigger applications. And they don't want to invest this money right here. They want to just jump all the way to the development stage because they feel like this will save them money. But what will actually happen is it'll cost them more money down the road because they didn't invest in this part to start with. So let me kind of walk you through this. So when we start kind of mapping out a development of a project like this, and we do this quite a bit, we start with a whiteboard. So just this whiteboard actually right here is what we use. So we map out all the screens and kind of sketch the workflow and user flow and what screens will be needed, and we make quick notes of it. I like this because you can quickly erase and sketch out new ideas. And then once you got a framework to go from, and you think you have all the screens that you'll need for this application, then what you do is take a picture of that and have your designer start creating designs for every single screen. So these are professional looking designs. This is how your application should look once it's finished. And it should follow the flow process of how a user will go through the system. So once that's done, if you need to validate this concept with people, so if you're actually going to use, if you want to try to raise money for this application, maybe this is a SaaS model business that you're developing an app for, then I would suggest validating it before developing it. Sometimes your ideas are not what everybody else might have in mind. So I've seen this save a lot of money down the road. So doing this, you can use like a wireframe. So Envision app is one we like to use. If you use Envision app, you can take these designs that you had your designer create and then start creating wireframes for it. So what this will do is you can actually start validating this with people. They can click through on a mobile phone, desktop computer, whatever, and kind of work through the application of how it'll function and how it'll work without having like the functionality of the backend, you know? So it won't really do what you want it to do, but people can get the user experience. And then get feedback, you know? So right here is great ways to get feedback from people and what you might want to change. So this is a lot easier, validating it and making changes here before starting with development and finding out what you created doesn't align at all with what people want. So you make quick changes to design and quick changes to the wireframe, revalidate stuff, and if you're raising money, you can start raising money here, you know, once you get it validated. Then before you start the development, make sure you create the technical scope of work. So this is all the technical writing. You need to go into great detail here. So this is where you're going to write out all the functionality of the system, what everything will do. And once you have that, you'll want to review the scope of work. So you review all your designs, review the technical write-up, and make sure this is exactly what you want. If so, that's where you start the development. If you follow these guidelines, this will save you wasting a ton of money down the road. Because what a lot of people will do, they'll try to jump right here and go to develop the app, and they spend a ton of money getting something created, and then they get the first version of the dev site up, and it's completely not where they wanted to go with things. So then they start making a ton of changes, and a lot of times you have to rebuild the entire framework because it wasn't what they wanted to begin with. So this costs a lot more money, and you keep on going down rabbit holes that you could easily avoid. So either way, that's my 2 cents for today's video. Hopefully this helps. And if you're looking or in the process of needing any custom applications developed, that's what we specialize in. We'd be happy to help. So take care and talk to you guys tomorrow.